我再慢慢找。对，我现在再排一下，因为这样子我就以后可以记得东西在哪里。So I'm rummaging around one of my favorite mom and pop hardware stores, just looking at this and that. Got to pick up a few things. I need flap discs for one. 那个东西先不用哈，对，但是没关系，我现在比较没有空，等我有空我就会多，对对，我有东西要，但是我先要整理家里才可以，对。
你住哪边的？
景美。
哦。
对，谢谢你。
They've got a lot of older things that maybe sat around for a while and they offered a discount, so the boss there was just asking me if I was interested in this or that. I've seen these chisels for a while. Not sure what they're used for, but I'm gonna get one and give it a go.
60可以了，对，没问题。对啊，60没问题的，谢谢。
Being that I need to wear cheaters now, so I need a little screwdriver set to tighten the eyeglass screws. There's all different brands and styles of flap discs here, and this is probably the most common brand, but it's not very good, it's not bad. This is what they had though in stock. You can see you got a couple others here, maybe the same, maybe a little bit different. This one here is really good. I wish I could have found these, but didn't. So the main focus of the video is this chisel. It's got this weird bevel. It's uneven when you look at it from one side, and I noticed that the others that have that smile also have that radius, so I don't think it was by accident. I'm wondering if that bevel has some sort of advantage when cutting, specifically hot cutting. I'm not sure what kind of steel it's made from, but I'll give it a go and just take it slow. I want to thank Don Profoda and Dan Richardson for their generous donations. And I also need to thank Gary Pyrotechnician, or Gaz, for becoming my latest Patreon supporter, and Mike Llewellyn for adding to his Patreon support. I'm not sure if I would continue to do this without the support, so fellas, thanks. So far, so good. The edge looks pretty good. I decide to clean up the bevels a little bit just to make it easier for me to see and also just add a little extra edge. The piece I'm cutting is just mild steel, but this edge is holding up really nicely. But the striking end is mushrooming pretty quickly. So the real thing that I would want one of these chisels for is slitting. Given that I'm slitting this in line with my line of sight, it would be better if I had a tongue that held from the side, or if maybe I put a handle on that was at 90 degrees. The striking end has really mushroomed a lot. This is about 1 7/8 inches wide, and that's much wider than what I'll need. So I think I'll take a piece of medium carbon that I have, and I'll make one of these and give that a go as well. But first I narrow the store-bought one, and we'll finish that slit opening that I started. the edge still looks really good. I had to dress that striking end, just mushrooming too much. So now I'll make my own one of these using that medium carbon stock, and I'll use this store-bought chisel to cut it to the length that I want. I do notice the edge of this chisel blunting a bit as I'm working this piece at too low a temperature. If I place this over the front of the anvil, I could bend that more and break it off more easily, but I don't want it to fall down because I have a rubber mat right in that spot. So I'm going to make this one with the uneven bevel, but more to my specs, meaning not as wide as that one that I bought from the store. So off camera, I ground my medium carbon chisel and I quenched it in water. I quenched it actually twice. And I put in the same sort of funky bevel. So I'll give this one a go and we'll see. This is working really well, holding an edge very well. I don't know if I've hit on something here or if this sort of uneven bevel is common knowledge, but this is definitely something I'm going to continue to experiment with. If you have any insight into this, let me know in the comment section below. Cutting is a trade-off of thin and quick or thick and edge retention. This seems to have the best of both. The main function I want this chisel for is for slitting open larger pieces. For instance, I need to make myself another flatter, and maybe I'll show that coming up soon. Recently, I've gotten away from using air hardening steels and more into using medium carbon for hot work. I decide to steepen and lay that edge back just a little bit more. So I keep saying that this is an uneven bevel, but if you take two sides into account, then it actually is even. So here's a close-up, and you can hopefully see how the angles are different. Basically, when looked at on edge, it should look something like that. This strange bevel has shown a lot of potential. I'm very hopeful for this. Keep an eye out for me using this on future projects. And I'll catch you guys next time.